Hello, everyone. I just wanted to share with you something that happened yesterday, actually. It's one of those little stories that it's little. It's a moment, really, but just really powerful lesson for me in that little moment. So, what happened was, I took my son to get his passport renewed. And his passport had expired. And he loves his passport because he knows that, his passport can take him to Zimbabwe, it can take him to South Africa where he sees the people that he loves, especially Mbuya and Sekuru, his grandma and grandpa. So he was really excited about this trip, and he was holding his old passport, truly excited about it. And so we get there, and we fill out the forms, and then the lady at the end at the post office says, she's gonna keep the passport. So Washa was really upset. She's like, why? I want my passport. And we tried to explain, but by then, he is just thinking, I am not getting my passport. She's keeping my passport. I am not walking away with the passport today. He was really, you can imagine a 5-year-old's deep disillusionment, dissatisfaction, frustration. He was folding his arms as he walked out of there. Normally he holds the door for me and for ladies. You hold the door for 20 people walking in, but he was just too angry. And I was really tempted. I was so close to, getting really upset with him. I was about to get really angry with him. And thank God, because I felt, a little nudge, inside that, don't you do the same thing? Don't you throw tantrums when you don't get what you want? And I was like, oh my God, that is so true. I do absolutely the same thing. I get so upset. I can't be consoled. I can't even look at, that it's possible that this is for my good, like leaving his passport there was for his good, because the passport he had expired. In his mind, he doesn't really get all those things, and in his mind, he just wants his passport. And he doesn't care that, if he was to walk out of that room with his old passport, then he wouldn't get a new passport. No. He just wanted his passport. And I think to myself, in my mind, in God's eyes, I am a child, and I believe I am a child of God. And sometimes I do that. I'm upset. Why didn't I get that job? I was so close. I went for 3 interviews. What's going on? You can't console me. I'm inconsolable. I'm so upset. And I don't even want to sit quietly and listen to God tell me, is it possible that I have something better for you? Is it possible that I am your dad, I'm your God, and I love you, and I don't want to just do things to make you angry. I don't want to just take things away from you. I have great plans for you. And in that moment, I felt it. I felt God speak to me. Because, a lot of things haven't gone my way lately. Goodness, big things. I have many things go my way too, but there were other things. And he's reminded me again, he's done it so many times, that, I have good plans. I'll take care of everything. You'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. And so it really helped me as a mom at that moment, to have God speak to me that way, because then I was really understanding of how Washe was feeling. And when we got home, I sat with him. He was, of course, the whole drive, he kept those arms folded. He was not. We tried to make him smile. We tried to make jokes. No, he wasn't having it. He would not crack a smile. And thank God, because sometimes, in that moment, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm threatening him. You need to stop doing that. But really, I kind of saw myself, how I am to God. And I think I could tell, that sometimes God will get frustrated with me because he has amazing plans for all of us, for me. But I don't see it at the moment. Just like Washa didn't see his passport, the expired one, which is no use anyway. And some of the things we're crying for are no good for us. They're not gonna take us anyway. We're just gonna, we'll just say, I have a passport, but you can't go anywhere with it, So that are some of the things I'm holding on to, but they're not good for me. And he knows I have to let go of this old passport, and then he's gonna give me a brand spanking new one that can take me to all the places I want to go. Anyway, I was like, thank you, Lord. I think I'm glad at that moment I was quiet. I didn't immediately start reacting on Washe and trying to, and be angry with him and frustrated with him that, we're doing a good thing for you. But I was able to see myself. God kind of held up a mirror for me. I was like, yeah, that's right. That's so true. I do that. I don't trust. Sometimes I act out. I kick my legs. I throw a tantrum. And you're like, look what I have for you. And, by the time I get the thing, I've already thrown tantrums. I've done ridiculous things. I have been a brat, really. Someone who just throws a fit when they don't get their way. And so thank you, my darling boy, for that lesson. And later when I sat with him, really, the way God would sit with me and explain things, if I really took the time, to read his word and to just pay attention to what he's saying to me, I sat and talked to him, my son, and, and I said, so explain why you're upset. So of course he's like, because I thought I was gonna, get my passport. So I was like, well, and I had to explain to him, that, in order to get a new one, you have to leave your old one, and it will be here in a few weeks. So in his mind, he was thinking, he really wants to go and see his grandma and grandpa. So how on earth can he do that without his passport? He's obviously, he wants to see the people he loves. And that's, where his anger was. And I think he lost a bit of trust in us because we had said to him, you're going to get your passport. We just forgot to mention that, you're going to get it in a few weeks. But, in a few weeks, if he waits, gets busy with other things, still love us, which he does, he's going to get his passport. And it would have been true, right? Anyway, just wanted to share that. I hope it encourages someone, because it's definitely encouraging me in my waiting for things and in my walk with God and trusting him that he is a good father. He's a good parent to us, and he loves us. He loves you who's listening right now. And, maybe you have to give up a passport you're holding, an expired one, in order to get the new one. Just trust him. Thank you for listening.